Welcome to the CrossFit Max podcast.
It is 2024, everyone. Hopefully you guys had amazing holidays with your friends and with your families. We are so excited for this new year. We're excited for where this gym is going to go. We're stoked to see all of our community grow, all the new people we're going to meet, and also where this podcast is going to grow as well. So we hope you enjoy this episode. It is the first one of the new year. We're talking all things to come in 2024, and we hope that you dig it. If you do want this podcast to grow like we do, then please feel free to share it with someone who might get some good value out of it. All right, let's get to it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Brandon won't let me talk about babies all day, every day.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys. How's everyone doing today?
They can't answer you,
Brandon. It is a new year when you're listening to this. We are recording this podcast a couple days before the end of the year, so we're looking into the future here, and the future is a brand new year. Which is crazy.
The future is bright, baby.
2024 has got Susie, baby, all over it.
I literally cannot think about anything else.
I can't stop talking about anything else either.
It's all I want to talk about.
We'll just be with friends and Susie will be talking about babies. I'm like, Susie, like,
I know.
People don't just want to hear about babies.
I'm so sorry for anyone.
The podcast listeners don't want to just listen to babies.
But it's just the only thing I care about right now.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about babies. I want to talk about pregnancy. I want to look at baby clothes online.
Let's use this opportunity for our banter topic to discuss
babies
and all things coming for us in the next few weeks. Next few weeks. Yeah. Oh. Well, we could talk about the next 6 months, but in this episode, guys, as you saw the title, it's going to be like setting the expectation for 2024, how you guys can really,
set yourself up for success.
Yeah. Jumpstart it. And all those things in 2024. So banter topic, we have got some cool things in 2024. Obviously, we're having a baby, which we're super excited for.
Yeah.
It's a huge responsibility that is going to be thrown or maybe pulled into our life. Yeah. And so we're excited for that. We're also super excited on the shorter term. We're going to be leaving to go to Australia on January 20th to February 10th, which I am
excited.
Which I am really, really excited about. And we're going to have to pre-record some podcasts for you guys over the next couple weeks.
Don't worry. We will still be dropping an episode every Wednesday at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah. So we got some really cool things. What are you most excited for in Australia?
The baby kicking.
Now you guys know what I'm dealing with.
To be really honest, that's kind of true.
Let's maybe tell people a little bit about Australia.
You're so cute when you try and do an accent.
In Australia right now, it's the complete opposite season.
It's summer.
So when it's winter here, it's summer there. When it's summer here, it's winter there. When it's fall here, it's spring there. And when it's spring here, it's fall over there. So
they're opposites.
Complete opposite seasons there. So we're going to go from this. I mean, we've had really
a mild
weird
winter so far.
Weird winter. Normally we have
kind of feels like April, not December.
Yeah, usually we have like feet of snow just piled up by this point, and we got no snow. We just got rain.
I'm not complaining. Yeah. People were like, I want a white Christmas. No, boo.
Every day that goes by,
that there's no snow, we're so happy.
Yeah, we're like, we're one day closer to vacation without any snow coming down.
Yeah. So Brandon and I are not winter people. We will be 3 weeks in the sun. Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, what I'm the most excited for this trip is just quality time with you.
Wow.
And my parents.
Wow.
And just like chilling. I think that we have been burning the candle at both ends a little bit.
Yep.
I think that
our candle's on multiple different ends, actually, not just two ends.
I'm not trying to always talk about babies, but being pregnant is not easy. Being pregnant is not easy. It's exhausting. I'm so tired all the time, and I just want to have that like laid back 3 weeks to just recharge.
Yeah. A lot of people right now are on vacation, or now just kind of, by the time I listen to this, kind of ending their vacation, their 2-week vacation.
Right.
We have not taken any vacation. We had Christmas Day off, and we're taking the 1st of January off. So we've been working every day. We also wanted to give our other coach Amanda, some
time off. Yeah.
So a full little break here, about 10 days off, because she's going to be really stepping up to the plate when we are in Australia. She's going to be working
in charge.
She's going to be working a lot of hours. So we just wanted her to take some time to
feel like she's starting the new year refreshed.
Yeah.
And we are not starting the new year refreshed, but we shall be refreshed very shortly. So I'm just looking forward to that, to be honest. And seeing some people that I love very much that I don't get to see often because they live on the other side of the world.
Get to see some family friends.
Eat some fish and chips.
Yep. You're missing the scones.
Oh my gosh. Scones.
Yeah, the coffee. I am not a coffee snob. And when we went to Australia last year...
How do you take your coffee, Brad?
Susie, black, no sugar.
Like an adult.
Not like a 12-year-old. But it's bitter. Shut up.
Literally me. You are married to a 12-year-old.
By the way,
I don't put sugar in my coffee, okay? Just so we're clear.
Well, not all the time.
On my daily coffee, I don't put sugar, but I love like a seasonal sweet coffee.
I think we went for breakfast the other day, and I think you may have put some sugar into that coffee.
It was the holidays. But like on a day-to-day basis, I don't put sugar in my coffee.
Yeah, I put up an Instagram story a few days ago about people putting sugar in their coffee, and it got a good amount of traction.
Yeah, you ruffled some feathers.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it was good. But anyway, so I'm not a big coffee snob. I'm a type of person that puts an espresso pod inside a machine, clicks the button, and voila, I got a black, delicious coffee. And when we went to Australia last year, Susie was like, yeah, Australia's the coffee capital of the world. And I couldn't imagine why a black coffee in a different part of the world would be so much better. And she was absolutely right. It tastes incredible, the coffee over there. But what I really like about it's different than Canada. You don't have like big franchises. Like people aren't going to Starbucks to get coffee. They're going to their local cafe.
Served by a barista. It's like coffee made with love.
Yeah. Their black coffee is like this creamy.
Oh my God, it's so good. It is so good.
Yeah. So I'm really, really looking forward to the coffee. I'm looking forward to the food. I'm looking forward to nature over there. It's just...
It smells good when you walk outside. The birds chirp in these beautiful sounds. Like it's...
Well, not all the birds are chirping. Some of the birds are making monkey noises.
Like cackling, like kookaburras cackle.
Yeah.
But to me, everything in Australia, I see it with heart eyes. I couldn't love the country more.
If you've never heard a kookaburra make any noise before, or
YouTube it.
YouTube it. They're like this beautiful, majestic...
Should I try and do it for them?
Absolutely not. They're like this beautiful, majestic looking bird, but they're not big. They're like maybe a little bit bigger than a blue jay, maybe twice the size of a blue jay.
Like a blue jay, yeah.
Yeah. And they make a sound of a monkey. It's so weird.
Like,
I'm very happy you did that for them.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I hope you're not wearing headphones right now.
Kookaburra, YouTube it. It'll be worth it. But they're like this beautiful bird, and they make the weirdest noises. And anyways, so last year when we stayed, we were more behind what they like to call the bush, which is essentially what we call forest here, but they call it the bush there. And at like 5 o'clock in the morning, these animals or these birds are just going off.
Them, baby.
No, I'm definitely not doing it. No. Anyway, so they're all going off at 5 o'clock in the morning, and just like look up, and you're looking at these trees that even the trees are different than the trees here. Like all the trees go, like our trees in Canada go wide, like they go out. The branches and everything go wider.
Right.
Whereas in like Australia, the trees go up. It's very, I don't know how to explain it. You just have to...
Like the bark is different. Everything is different. It's so similar in terms of it's a first world English speaking country with the democracy, whatever. But it's just such a vastly different ecosystem and animals and sounds.
But
It's just so impressive.
I really love that about Australia, is that they're so protective over their ecosystem.
Oh yeah, they're very hardcore on the environment.
There's no garbage anywhere.
They're a little bit behind on some things politically, if you ask me. But when it comes to the environment, they are extremely protective. And it's very like, people don't litter. People respect the environment. It's really beautiful. People don't leave junk behind at the beach. They really clean up and take care of their beaches there.
Yeah, it's very impressive. And then the last thing I'm looking forward to is I'm just looking forward to, like you said, relaxing, but also just focusing on my health, getting outside. I need to start running.
Vitamin D.
Yeah, getting the sun on my skin, going to the gym, training. Yeah,
Well,
just
my dad will take you running.
That's for sure. Well, we're all going to be running. Your mom is killing her running right now as well.
I know. She's so fit.
You know, Mama Miller has been running 10Ks now, which is wild.
My parents are so epic.
Yeah.
Anyone who comes into a gym and they're like literally 45 years old and they're like, I'm too old. I'm like, oh my gosh, my parents 65 and they're crushing their fitness goals.
Your dad just broke the 3,000 meter
Quebec record.
Did we talk about this in the last podcast?
I'm not sure.
No, we'll gloat about him a little bit here. Yeah, we went to go watch him the other weekend crush the 3,000 meter time trial indoor, I guess, on a track. And he
ran 3 kilometers inside on a track in under 11 minutes.
Yeah, what was his time? 10:50? 10:50 something.
I think.
Or something around there. Anyways, he beat it by like 40 seconds. Wasn't even like that close. So he crushed it, which is wild.
Fun.
It was cool to see like the athletes there participating in that event
fun?
also.
Like being their child who like going to see my dad's like sporting event.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just an interesting dynamic and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just shows that age is really just a number for people who say, oh yeah, but I'm like 45, like I'm old now. And it's like, I'm not
Like I tease Brandon for being old at 30, but that's only because he's 30 and I'm 28. It's just a joke.
We had someone in the class say something like that to me the other week, and your dad was in the gym, and I said, you see that? See Alan over there? 65 years old, and he's crushing marathons. Like, don't give me this number, like this age that you're at, that's going to be the reason why you can't be pushing in this workout right now.
If you say like, oh, I'm too old, blah, 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 then like, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But if you say, I'm not going to let my age dictate my physical capabilities, then it's going to take you a really long time to age.
Yeah.
So you decide.
Yeah.
This has been a really interesting banter topic.
Good banter topic. Lots of good points.
We didn't even talk about babies once. Bullshit.
But anyways, Australia, it's a beautiful place. If ever you're considering going there,
if you're lucky enough to go.
Do it.
It is worth the travel. I know it's far, people.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm not looking forward to. But
the flight is excruciatingly long, but it is worth every single second.
Yeah, I always tell people, when most people don't go on travels that long, but when they do get on the airplane, like I guess most people go down south towards like, you know, Mexico, Cuba.
There's not a whole lot to go north from here, baby.
But no, but what I'm saying is they go down like south from here.
Right.
And that's like a 5-hour flight, or they go to Florida. And when you get inside the airplane, you have that little monitor in front of you, and then you see like, okay, your flight has 3 hours.
Oh, like the
and,
flight path.
Yeah, 3 hours and 52 minutes left. But it's a very, very interesting feeling when you're getting on the flight. So we're gonna be flying from here to Vancouver, which is about 5-ish hours.
Yeah.
I think it's 5.5.
Yep.
5.5 hours.
Depends on the wind.
Yeah. And then we also have the flight from Vancouver all the way to Sydney. And that is a 17-hour flight. 16-hour flight. So when we're going to get onto that flight from Vancouver to Australia, we're going to be really, really tired because our system is going to feel like it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, roughly. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to try to stay awake as much as we can. And then by the time we get onto that flight from Vancouver to Sydney, that's when we fall asleep.
You are speaking like a travel veteran right now, my love. I love it.
What happens is that you fall asleep and then you wake up and you feel like, wow, I must be there. I must be.
Slept 6
and
hours.
Then the blurry vision kind of clears up a little bit. You look up at the screen. And then I remember seeing this last year. There was 10 hours and 20 minutes left of this flight. And at that moment, I was like, oh my God. I had slept for 5 hours and I thought I slept throughout the entire flight. Joke's on me. You got another 10 to 11 hours.
You have time to do like 2 full nights sleep.
Yeah. So
luckily for me, sleep is literally my forte.
Yes, Susie slept the entire time. The fun thing is last year.
Although this time I don't know how I'm going to be more uncomfortable. Like sitting up for a long time is already uncomfortable, and I'm going to be even bigger than I am now. Yes, you will.
Yep, in a month from now. Yep. It was funny. Last year we left on Christmas Eve to go.
Yeah.
And the flight from Vancouver to Sydney was pretty dead because it was like Christmas at that point.
Yeah, it was a good time to travel.
Susie
in terms
and I,
of having like an empty plane.
I'm not a big traveler. I haven't had the opportunity to travel much in my life. So, pro Susie over here, she's had a decent amount of traveling in her life. And when we chose our seats, she's like, okay, we have to choose the aisle seat and the window seat. It's like a row of 3 people. Then this way, no one's going to choose the middle seat. This way we can get an extra chair. And I was like, wow, that's brilliant. That's so smart. We should do that. And then we get there. Of course, no one chooses the seat in between because the plane was empty. The plane is like maybe a third full. It wasn't even half full. Anyways, I'm like, wow, this is incredible. And then I look over to my left where you have the middle row of 4 seats. And there was a child that's maybe 7 or 8 years old lying down across all 4 seats, all to himself. And I thought, darn, I thought we were smart for taking it. I was like, I could have really gone for those 4 seats right there.
Okay, but my trick works all the time.
Yeah. It didn't work on the way back.
On the way back, the plane was full.
Yeah. I would imagine the way there.
We're going to have full flights both ways this time, I think.
Yeah.
But we're still going to try the trick.
Yeah. Okay, we got a little carried away in our banter topic, but we are excited.
Brandon is to Australia what Susie is to babies.
Yes. Yes. But we got a fun year ahead. We're going to talk to you guys in this podcast about
2024.
2024.
It's an even year. Something about that feels good in my soul.
Oh, yeah. Hey, fun fact. The new year starts on a Monday.
Okay, so New Year starts on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It's an even year.
Yep. Well, actually, technically, they're on day 3 of the year.
It's the start, I think, of a new generation, too.
Is it? Oh, you mean we're on, like, what, Gen A now? What
Alpha.
Are we going? Oh, it actually goes to
Alpha,
A.
Yeah, we're back to A because we just finished Z. We go back to Generation Alpha.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
I'm 90% sure it starts 2024.
Is that really how that works?
Yes.
How do we go from millennial to what was after millennial?
Gen Z.
Was it Gen Z after millennial?
Yeah, it's because millennial because we fell at the new millennium.
Is that it?
Yes, okay. It is. Why are you looking at me?
I believe you.
Now
you sounded
I feel
uncertain.
So unconfident because
no.
you're making me wait. Generation. I'm googling Generation Alpha.
Because millennial, like I'm a millennial, right? No. Am I a millennial? Yes, I'm a millennial. So I was born in 93.
We're both millennials.
I was born in 93. Is it because it was crossing over after the year 2000? Is that why?
Oh, no. Gen Alpha already started. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
When did Gen Alpha start? Wait, our baby's going to...
Generation Alpha ends. This is the last year of Generation Alpha. So 2010 to 2024. So like our baby's going to be a Gen
beta.
Alpha.
No, our baby's going to be a...
No.
Oh, it ends 2024.
Yeah, and then 2025 is beta. So at least our first child will be an alpha. Then we're going to have a bunch of betas.
Yeah.
If we have more kids, but we're going to have more kids.
Anyways, that's such a random side, but I
know
told you guys, she just
podcast-
wants to talk about babies.
This podcast, you talked about Australia for 15 minutes, Brandon McDowell. You know what we've talked about in the last 6 banter topics? Freaking Australia, okay?
Oh, boy.
So welcome to the CrossFit Max podcast. This is Susie, by the way. That's Brandon. And we're just going to give you a ton of good value and a little bit of not premarital. We're married already. Marital fighting.
Yeah. Anyways,
all this to say,
we're moving on.
2024 is going to be epic.
Yes, I definitely agree. We wanted to talk today in the podcast about setting expectations for 2024. setting goals, reflecting, like doing some honest self-reflection. I know our last episode we did a recap, but we'll talk about like looking at self-reflections in 2023 and all that fun stuff, so you guys could really get the ball rolling in 2024 to set yourself up for success. And then we'll
talk about some of the things that were goals for CrossFit Max this coming year.
We'll do some business stuff as well, because we know you guys love to hear that stuff. So where do we want to start?
Let's start by talking about how we reflect on 2023.
Okay.
How with the old, but we still got to talk about it.
Okay. So one of the cool things that we love about CrossFit is everything is measured, tracked, measured, can be repeated, can be retested, and all of that stuff that gets me super excited. And we use an app called Wodify, which all of our members use, to keep track of literally everything. Literally everything. I was waiting for you to say that. So one of the things that I think each person should do, and I did it myself as well, is reflect on some data points of 2023.
But like, look at the facts.
Look at the facts, not the opinion. So if you're like, yeah, I worked out in 2023 and, you know, I had a 3 times a week membership, so I must have been going 3 times a week every single week. But what I think is cool is that in Wodify, if you go under attendance, you go to your profile, you go under attendance.
These are for our members who currently have memberships.
Exactly. Then you can, every month, it shows you exactly how many attended classes you hit. And I checked mine out.
Data points don't lie, folks.
Data points do not lie. And I checked mine out, and mine's a little bit skewed to the lower end because at the beginning of the year, there was a lot of like open gyms that I had to train by myself. I didn't sign myself in, but actually tracked on Wodify group classes and things that we actually implemented the progressions, which we can talk about after. But I've hit over 260 CrossFit Max attended classes throughout this last year.
Damn, son.
So you guys can each go and do that and go and look and tally up that number. And then you can see, okay, how many sessions did I actually do? Including weeks that you were sick, including weeks that you traveled, including weeks that you took vacations, weeks where you maybe had exams that you studied for and you maybe took some time off, family stuff, whatever that is. I think this is something that is the most important thing for you to do before you even set any goals for 2024.
Before you start setting yourself a target, make sure you're arming yourself with the full understanding of what you have now done in 2023. If you think that you're doing 20 classes a month, but then you open Wodify and you see you were barely hitting 15 per month, then it's not realistic to then be like, oh, I want to do 30 per month. You know, you're not going to double it.
No one should do 30 per month, FYI.
My point being is that let's say if you thought you were doing 20 and you're like, I'm going to try and go for 24 per month. I'm going to add 1 per week.
Yeah.
And then you open and you see you're only doing 15 per month, then 24 is not a realistic goal.
Yeah. Yeah. So just getting true, hard facts with your goals is going to be super important moving forward, because you can't use opinions for measurable data. You can't say, I was coming 3 times a week, but then if you do like 3 times a week, then that's roughly 13 to 14 sessions per month. So if you're under 13 to 14 sessions per month and you were trying to train 3 times per week, then you know that you're under that amount. Right. And if you want to up your fitness level and you want to be consistently coming 4 times per week, well, then you know you're going to be anywhere between 16 to 18 sessions per week. And the reason per month, the reason I say 16 to 18, I'm giving that range is because there's not exactly 4 weeks in a month. There's like 4.2 or 4.2 or 4.3 weeks per month here. So there's always a little bit of a carryover into the next month.
February.
Except for
it's a leap year.
When's like 2024 is?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We're going to have a 29th of February this year.
Oh, wow. Epic.
I am so scatterbrained. Like, I'm so sorry to all the listeners. I'm like, look at the cold hard facts, squirrel. Like, I'm so sorry.
Fun fact for you guys thrown in by Susie McDowell over here.
Like,
Your
what?
podcast co-host.
I'm literally Max right now.
Oh, piece of candy.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Anyways, so going back to what I was saying is just looking at the data and figuring out, okay, how many sessions did I do last year, looking at it through an entire year. Some of you guys maybe only got into fitness later into the year, but you can still track every month. Okay, I was doing CrossFit for 26 weeks, and I did X amount of group classes. Divide that by the 26, and that'll give you an average per week, how many sessions you were doing.
Yep.
That's number one. Number two is I think you should look also into Wodify. You have benchmarks, and I think you should do some self-reflection on anywhere between, let's say, anywhere between 3 to 10, depending on how into this you want to be, 3 to 10 data points on your Wodify results. That could be something like a deadlift. Okay, what did I do earlier into the year for my deadlift? Where did I go towards the end? That could be a back squat. Today we did a 1RM clean. So we allowed our members to do a little throwdown today.
Hashtag throwdown.
And try to build up on their clean. We had many people PR by a lot as well. Yeah, we had like at least over 10 people PR.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to end the year for that. You could also use data points on conditioning. So we've done a lot of repeats on conditioning workouts throughout our 12-week cycles. You could even use running results. We have a lot of runners in the building.
Yes.
Or podcast listeners as well who run a lot. So looking at key points on how did your running go this year. So there's a bunch of different data points that I think you should look anywhere between 3 to 10. And then I think going into 2024, you can build off those numbers.
Right.
So once you have those, okay, I back squatted 200 pounds for one rep. Let's see where I can get my back squat over this next 12 months.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good self-reflection in terms of like raw data, taking the opinions away instead of thinking, all right, I think I got stronger, or I think I got fitter, or I think I did this amount of classes. You have now, you know exactly how many classes on average per week you did, not by opinion, but by fact. And you also have a few data points of, okay, I deadlifted this amount earlier in the year. This is how much I deadlifted today, squatted, this conditioning piece. I ran a 5K in this time, and now I can run a 5K in that time, etc.
Love it.
Moving on from that.
So now we've reflected on our real results of 2023. Mm-hmm. Now, heading into the new year, now's the time to start thinking about aspirations.
Yeah. Not a 30-day challenge.
Never a 30-day challenge. Why don't we do 30-day challenges, Brandon?
It's a good question. Why would you do a 30-day challenge? We don't do 30-day challenges here. I think there's something...
Because it's a lifestyle.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, that's the fast answer.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to create a healthy lifestyle. There's no fast track to hard results or to making sustainable change over the long term.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. The word sustainable.
Yeah.
30-day challenges are not sustainable.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, sure, maybe you can be like a hardo for 30 days, but then after the 30 days is up and you return to your previous behaviors, all the results are going to be lost.
Mm-hmm. That being said, there's nothing wrong with having like New Year's resolutions. There's nothing wrong with, hey, you know what? The chapter has been flipped. 2023 is complete. I want to go and I want to make lifestyle changes in 2024.
Like a dry January or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be like that, but it could just be what we're discussing. Hey, like I reflected on this amount of stuff, and you know what? I'm either satisfied and I want to improve it, or I am unsatisfied and I want to fix it completely. And I don't think there's anything wrong with going into January and clicking the reset button and be like, hey, you know what? Like I had X amount of good months. Towards the end of Christmas and New Year's, I slacked a little bit, which is fine. But let's get back on track, or let's do a reset button. And you know what? January, I really want to start maintaining like healthy, sustainable goals and behaviors that are going to set myself up for the rest of the year, and not thinking, okay, like I'm going to grind it out hard for the next 30 days. And when that 30-day block hits, I've completed this challenge. I'm good. This is not the goal. The goal is to create a full lifestyle and create really healthy blocks for you to build on throughout your entire life.
Yeah, these are not things that you implement temporarily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the goal. Yeah, the goal is to create habits. Yeah. Squirrel? Anyways.
I'm trying so hard to stay on track here, baby.
So what you want to go on and continue from what you were saying?
I don't remember what I was saying. Baby brain.
So we're not trying to do 30-day challenges here. Now that we have all these data points, do some goal setting for you.
Goal setting is so powerful because it allows you to feel like you have a plan and a purpose heading into the new year. It lights that fire under you a little bit. It gets the inspiration flowing, and it gives you something to work towards. Because coming to the gym, if your goal is maybe just to come to the gym three or four times a week, that's still a really, really great goal. Like the goal doesn't have to be to PR a back squat. The goal can be we call like a behavioral goal. Yeah. Your goals don't have to be outcome based. They don't need to be like run my fastest 5K ever. Still a fabulous goal, but it could be like, even in the winter, I want to make sure I'm running outside like one day per week. So I feel like that's sort of like where we can maybe like lead the discussion, is that
it's also pretty easy to run one day per week in the winter when you're in Australia.
But you know, it's really hard when you're pregnant. Squirrel.
Yeah, you're definitely getting to a good point here. We've talked about this in a previous podcast, but talking the difference between outcome and behavior. Yeah. And there are a lot of good things you can do by creating outcome goals.
Yes.
I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to back squat 200 pounds. I want to run a 25-minute 5K run. Yeah. Nothing wrong with those. Those are really, really good to build motivation around your training. But what is going to have the longest lasting and most sustainable results is creating behavioral goals. Right. So how do you lose 5 to 10 pounds? Well, you have to show up at the gym 4 to 5 times per week. Yeah. You have
limit
to
your alcohol consumption.
You have to, you could limit your alcohol consumption. So if you're someone that feels like you're getting a lot of like extra calories, or empty calories, we could call them, alcohol, sugar in your coffee, things like that, those things add up and they don't provide any sort of healthy nutrients to your body. And all they do is they increase your caloric consumption. So there's a bunch of different things you can do for losing weight, but you can create behaviors around, okay, I need to go to the gym 4 to 5 times per week, be specific about it. Okay. Even deeper is, okay, I'm going to go to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, book my sessions in, and I'm going to stick to those 4 days no matter what, unless there's an extreme emergency.
And then I'll come on Sunday.
What's that?
And then if there's an emergency, you allow yourself a buffer so you can come on Sunday.
Exactly. Or Saturday or Wednesday or Sunday. Like you have that buffer, but you're committing yourself to those 4 days per week, and you're getting uber specific about what days and even more what time you're coming at. So you created that. Okay, I need to make sure I get 8,000 steps in per day. I need to have vegetables at every single supper that I eat. Whatever those is, whatever all of those behaviors are, now we're creating behavioral goals rather than I want to lose 10 pounds.
Which is like, can be arbitrary if you don't match the behaviors with it.
Exactly. Yeah. So creating all these behaviors and setting yourself up, like Sue said, this action plan moving forward for you guys is going to set the perfect plan for you going into 2024. Right. As opposed to, hey, in 2024, I just want to do this. Okay, well, how are you going to do that? Yes. So you need to create the plan moving forward.
So basically, what we suggest, you reflect on your 2023 and you get really honest with yourself. Then you look to 2024 based on how things went in 2023 and say, okay, where are areas I want to improve more or improve completely? Yeah. And then how am I going to get there? What actions do I need to take? What specific things do I need to incorporate in my weekly or daily schedule in order to allow myself to get from where I am right now to where I would like to be when I'm looking back at my 2024.
Yep. Beautiful.
Mic drop.
Squirrel. Yeah. Are there any things that you want to share, my love, for personal goals in 2024?
You know, this is going to be the year I become a mom.
Yes.
So, in case you didn't know, I was pregnant.
That is an outcome.
And I think most of my goals for the first half of the year, while I'm still pregnant, is going to be making sure I'm still working out 4 to 5 times per week. My workouts look different.
They sure do.
So being kind to myself.
And they're going to be even more different as time goes on.
You know, I was getting a little frustrated on my cleans today because I was like, why can't I lift the same? Like, that's a movement I usually excel in.
Yeah.
So I think grace with myself, but dedication to continue to work out is going to be my primary goal for the first half of the year. And then the second half of the year, I just want to lean into being a mom. Oh, I'm going to cry.
It's pretty cool. What are the behaviors you're going to do?
I'm just going to cry for a second. Being pregnant is hard.
Emotional wreck over here.
I don't know.
No.
I'm just excited to be a mom. These are happy tears.
It's very exciting. I'm excited to be a dad. Definitely puts things into perspective a little bit, for sure.
But yeah, I feel like I have way less outcome goals for myself this year, other than becoming a mom.
Yeah. I think and it's not a super specific, like I mentioned before. For some things you can get ultra specific for other things you cannot. But I think one of the outcome goals that you should have is recovery postpartum.
Yeah, I just want to prioritize like trying to have a really healthy pregnancy and a really healthy post-pregnancy and to make sure that I try not to lose myself in the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be a good example for this future baby. I feel like that takes it to a whole different level of meaning.
Yeah.
I'm a wreck. Just imagining myself being a mom. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Yeah, that's some really good stuff. Do you have any things like later on into the year? No way.
What do you mean?
You don't have it, like you're not registered for anything this year at all? Right?
No.
Yeah.
It's going to be too
Maybe in
soon.
the middle of the year kind of splits the year in half.
Yeah, like I can't really do any spring races because I'll be like 7 months pregnant. Yeah. And I can't really do any fall races because I'll be like 2-3 months postpartum.
Yeah. We do have the Open coming up, so you never know how you'll do in the Open.
You know what? My goal for myself is to participate in the Open in as much scaling as I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all the workouts in my way. And if it's maybe like...
Well, even if you do it in the foundations.
Yeah, like I'm still going to participate just to say that I can and I will. And I'll be gentle with myself about my results. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to participate. I think this is the year of just trying to show up is the win. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. For me, I have... Yeah,
tell me about you.
I'm going to get all emotional now that I'm going to be a dad. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're going to be a dad.
Yeah, pretty fun. I have the Open coming up. So we're going to be in Australia January 20th to February 10th. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, the CrossFit Open is going to be starting, which, by the way, we're going to have a podcast on this. I've started to talk to some of the members about this. A lot of members didn't even know what it was and got excited when I talked to them about it.
Yeah, we got a lot of newbies.
So we'll have a full podcast on what the CrossFit Open is and
coming soon,
how it's going to be, ran at CrossFit Max and how we're going to get the whole community involved.
If you were here last year, it'll be similar.
Exactly. But yeah, so this is probably the most fun time of the year to be in a CrossFit affiliate.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
So I'm excited for that. I would like to finish as close as I can to that 90th percentile. So I do want to finish the top 10%.
Fit daddy.
I've been putting in a lot of effort this last year. I was unsatisfied with my results. I can't even remember where I finished. I think I finished like 86
last
percentile.
Year, your fitness was put on the back burner in order to make opening CrossFit Max a real possibility.
Yeah.
Now that the gym runs slightly more smoothly, you've had the opportunity to refocus on your fitness as well.
Yeah. And I'm feeling pretty
would you
good.
Say?
And I would definitely agree. And I feel like I've put in a lot of effort, and I feel very excited to go to Australia. I'm a little bit nervous because we're
going to be not access to a CrossFit
We're not
gym.
going to have that much access to, like Susie said, a CrossFit gym per se, but there is a functional training facility.
Where there's a will, there's a way, baby.
Yeah, there's a functional training facility nearby, like a 15-minute drive. So I'm hoping to get there a few times per week. But later into the year, I've signed up, and by I should say Susie has signed me up.
I literally signed him up myself.
For my first ever half marathon.
Whee! I'm so excited. This makes me so excited. I have so much FOMO.
So
I'll run with you to train until I can.
Yeah, I'm not sure you'll be able to.
Well,
I'll be running June, July, August, September.
You're going to start running before June, my love.
Yeah, well, I'm going to start running in Australia. Yeah, that's the plan.
I can run with you in Australia.
Yeah, for sure. You'll be able to train with me for a little bit. But yeah, so I signed up for half marathon in October. I think it's the first weekend of October. So that will be something I'll be setting my training strategy around after the open.
What's the longest you've ever ran before?
I've run 10K before. That's the longest I've ever ran. I think actually the longest I ran, one time we did an 11K.
Okay.
I think. But that's pretty much the longest I've ran. So I'm going to do 21.1.
Maybe Coach Allen is going to give you some...
Coach Al is definitely going to hook me up with some guidance here. But I'm excited to run in Australia. They have the park runs there, which I'll be doing 2 of those. Those are like fun 5K runs. And yeah, so I'm excited to train for, or to participate in the open. I'm excited for the half marathon. I would also like to do, like to do in-person CrossFit competition. I'm not sure when. Obviously the baby coming in June is going to throw some things off here for the
Hopefully
the
maybe
schedule.
you and Daphne could do another one, because last year she was still quite a beginner, and she is like
killing it now.
An athlete.
Yeah.
No.
So that would be really cool if I can do one with her.
That would be cool.
Maybe like a another one later into the summer, maybe into like the fall time.
Yeah.
So we're also...
It's so hard to know because we don't know what it's going to be like to be parents.
Yeah. And it just depends how the birth goes as well. So
yeah,
can't really plan anything around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me personally, I do have 2, let's say, fitness competitions. I have the open, which I want to finish in the top 10% worldwide.
You can do that
and
for sure.
Well, I
believe in you.
I don't know about for sure. It'll be hard.
I mean, just that I'm like very confident in your ability. I don't mean like it's going to be easy for you. I mean,
no, it'll be hard.
I believe in you.
And then we have that half marathon. So, and like I said, I want to do 1 CrossFit competition in between. So those 3, those are
personal goals,
personal objectives.
Love it.
And yeah, I've had this long-term goal of back squatting 400 pounds. I'm still quite a ways off from there, but I'm at like the 365 mark, and I just want to keep building on that. I feel like my legs have gotten a lot stronger.
Juicy legs.
Yeah. Anyways, so there's that. From the business side of things, I'm looking
let's talk about CrossFit Max goals.
I'm looking forward to...
Should we tell them our new project?
Growing we should. But I'm excited to grow our community here.
Me too.
Our objective is to get 150 members by the end of 2024.
You know what? And I feel like we say this a lot, but the best way that you listeners can help us reach 150 members is by thinking about people that you know who you genuinely think would really benefit from having a little bit of CrossFit Max magic in their lives. And either giving us their contact information so that we can reach out and invite them for a class or a trial or something, or bringing them in to us to do a workout with you. But honestly, for us, the most effective way to grow our business is really through like direct referrals from people who like yourselves, our members, who know that it can be life-changing.
Yep.
So please think about that.
Colleagues,
please tell
friends,
your friends,
family.
somebody, every one member is just so valuable to this community. And if all 100 of our current members referred one friend, we would grow so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, 2023 was an awesome year for growing memberships, meeting people I've never met before.
So many friends.
Seeing so many people just take their health and their fitness to another level.
Yeah.
Man, there's been some incredible journeys that I've been able to just witness in our gym for the last year. So do something nice for someone and invite them to a CrossFit gym. They won't regret it. It's the
you're doing them a favor by inviting them here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Especially probably a lot of people who listen to this podcast are deep into the CrossFit community and are probably feeling those changes right now.
Yeah.
When you focus on your health, everything else in your life will improve.
It's
everything.
Wild.
Yeah. Your cognitive function, your performance in the gym, your mood, your energy levels, your longevity, meaning like how long you will live in a healthy state, not just like I don't want to grow old and be in a wheelchair. I want to be growing old and I want to be smashing barbells in group classes when 100%. I'm 80, 90 years old,
Sure.
I just saw a video of a woman, I think she was like 68 years old, doing a rope climb, like a 15-foot rope climb. Like that's so cool. I want to be doing group classes when I'm 80 years old. Anyways, relationships around you, everything will improve when you focus on your health.
And we are sure that our recipe works.
Yeah.
So
now that we've had our first full calendar year, we've been open for about 17, 18 months now, but this is our first like full year from January to December. And we've seen the proof is in the pudding.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to get to 150 members. We have a
big goal.
We don't want to just say that. We have created our action plan for some of the things that we want to be doing here.
Tease the new project because Brandon and I just don't have enough on our plate and we want to put more on.
Yeah. Well, one of the things we definitely want to do is we want to grow like a CrossFit Max YouTube channel. So we're going to get back into some vlogging. Any
of our day one, I want to say followers, like we're not influencers, but we kind of are.
Yeah.
Brandon and I had like a couple's YouTube channel for a couple of years. And then when we opened the gym, life just got hectic and we kind of put that project on the back burner and we're going to bring it back, but CrossFit Max edition.
Yeah.
So the goal would be to have short vlogs about CrossFit Max, about the community, about running the business, giving you like an insider scoop a little bit, with the goal of really just like building the understanding that CrossFit Max isn't just inside these four walls, right?
It's a lifestyle.
It's how you like live and breathe your life constantly in every avenue with all your relationships, all your like work, whatever, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so just finding other ways to connect with people on a deeper level, just like this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So YouTube channel incoming.
I'm excited about that. It's going to be a lot of work.
I'm nervous about it, but I'm excited.
We're not going to do weekly, or probably not going to be doing weekly episodes.
We can't commit to that right now.
We'll probably do like 2 to 3 per month. Yeah. I think the podcast was a great addition to 2023. We're going to continue doing podcasting.
Really want to continue podcasting and growing it. I think this is the moment of the week that I enjoy the most with you, like work related.
Yeah. And talking about babies.
Yeah, I'm going to cry again.
So, yeah, we're going to be doing some vlogging for the gym, showing you beautiful people inside the gym, what it's like to outside people that, hey, these are just everyday normal people trying to work on their health and fitness. And yeah, so we want to add that. I won't go into too much detail, but I definitely want to work with Maria and Amanda and obviously Susie for building a stronger team.
Yeah.
helping on the coaching side of things, helping build systems in place so we can go to Australia and not feel super stressed about it.
Or I can go on maternity leave.
And you can go on maternity leave and go, and we can have a safe and healthy
smooth transition for the business.
Yeah, we can have a safe and healthy delivery and be able to not stress that the business is not going to go down in flames.
Never. I have so much faith in our team already, and it's just going to get better.
Exactly. So I just want to keep building the team, just building a stronger team with the group of ladies and Mel as well. Help grow Mel's massage therapy business as well.
Yes. If you have not yet been touched by the angel that is Melissa Griffin, you need to book your stinking massage now. There is no... I have had many massages. I have seen different physios. I've been a yoga teacher. Melissa is magic.
Yeah, not just her hands, but also
her personality, her aura, everything that she brings to a massage is literally so healing in an emotional and a physical way. So
a holistic way.
A holistic way.
Yeah.
Anyways, book your damn massages, people.
Yeah, you won't regret it. So definitely working a lot with the team this year, creating systems in place. We have a new website coming on the way. Our website has been pretty good for us the last year and a half. We're looking at revamping it a little bit.
Should we tease, like, maybe we're thinking of come springtime incorporating a little hybrid?
Yeah, for sure. Well, not just springtime, but like throughout this entire year, we want to be adding some specialty classes.
Yes.
So that could be Olympic lifting, it might be gymnastics. I talked about the half marathon.
We have a lot of
runners here. Who we got? We got Tom and Siobhan who are doing the half marathon.
Danielle and Kevin.
Kevin's doing the full marathon.
We have Jay, who's a runner.
I'm not sure if Jay's doing it. I should talk to him. I'm not sure if he's signed up yet.
Jessica Lacasse is signed up.
Jessica Lacasse is doing it. We also have Sasha who signed up. Justin.
Yourself, LP.
Me, LP. Yeah, we have a lot of athletes. Malice is going to run the half marathon as well. She'll be like 5 months.
New mommy.
Yeah. So at the finish line, we're going to have Julien, that's Malice's partner.
Yeah, their baby.
With their baby. And then Susie's going to be
with
at the finish line with our baby. So
yeah,
I'm really
Julien
excited for that.
I will be cheering with the babies, and it's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, so I can't wait for that. I'm excited for passing that finish line, just seeing you guys in the little... I don't know what you call those carriers.
Oh my God, stop it. I'm going to cry again.
Stop it, my goodness.
I know, I'm such a mess. But the point being, we have a ton of people targeting fall half marathons, 10K races. We have Cam, who's been crushing his running in our communities. So we want to incorporate that somehow in our program.
Mm-hmm. I also got to compete at the mini High Rocks last year.
Yes.
So for sure, like a High Rocks.
Of our athletes.
High Rocks is definitely in the works this year. That's definitely something I forgot to mention in my personal competition that I would love to participate. I think there's one coming in April, I think. But that was a mini High Rocks. I can't imagine even doing a full one right now, but building that being said, we have a lot of endurance athletes, and we want to incorporate a training every single week that's going to encompass both functional training through CrossFit and endurance, whether that's running, biking, whatever that is, swimming. We definitely want to incorporate some sort of hybrid training model that we can do for those types of athletes.
Yes, so we do have plans to really cater to those specific athletes and maybe to entice some new ones to dip into the endurance side of things.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. So
we have that.
Do we have any other things that we wanted to... Obviously, we actually placed a rogue order the other day. We didn't get much, unfortunately. I'm like a kid in a candy shop on that website. I'm like, I want to order this, I want to order this, I want to order this.
And then I'm like the angel on the shoulder being like, or the devil on the shoulder, I don't know. No, the angel. You're the devil, I'm the angel. I'm like, no, honey, no, honey. Yeah. We must be responsible. And Brandon's like, spend all the money, spend it.
The devil on my other side is like, spend it all, order it. All the Echo bikes. So we got a very small order, but we did get another pink barbell. So we have another ladies barbell coming on the way, 35 pound. And then we ordered 3 med balls because we have been short on the med balls. So we got 2 14 pounds and another 20 pound ball coming.
Which is fantastic. It just shows that the class sizes are really growing. So we need more equipment to accommodate all those athletes.
Yeah. So there's that. We also want, so that's part of the equipment list, but definitely we do want to incorporate some more equipment as the year goes on.
Yes, we got big goals to get more stuff.
I'll tease something that I think is probably one of the most important things coming next, and that's an extension to the rig. Right now we have a pretty decent sized rig, but it's starting to get quite cluttered.
We're getting crammed in there.
Yeah, so the way we've placed the rig, it's centered on our wall, and we have like a small pull-up bar section where there's a squat rack as well, and then a long pull-up bar. The small one is 4 feet, and then the long one is 6 feet long, so it's 10 feet total. And the way we place the rig is we can extend it technically on both sides of the rig. We can put an additional 10 feet on both, but we'll start with one extension first. So we're going to be building it off to one side for sure. That'll be something that I would really, really like to do in the next few months.
Yes.
And then there's some like, a few things that we're discussing that I won't share with you guys.
No, don't tell them so they don't get disappointed if it doesn't happen right away.
That I would love to eventually add. But man, it's so hard when you go on that Rogue website and just want to order everything.
I would like to talk about something that I want to add this year.
Yeah, what's that?
Much later in the year, probably more realistically around August.
Oh, squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Mom and baby class.
For sure, we're going to add something like that.
We have 7 babies coming to the CrossFit Max family between April and June.
Yep.
And I'm sure in the West Island, there are other moms who would like to get their fitness on that we haven't reached yet. Yep. So the plan is to have a mom and baby class. Realistically, since I'm delivering in June, probably not until like August.
Yeah.
But a time of day where moms can come. The music will be a little bit lower. The babies are welcome to come. There will be no judgment for crying babies or anything like that. And it'll be a chance for the moms to get their workout in and take care of themselves, but also bring their baby along. Mm-hmm. So that's something I'm very excited about.
Yeah, same. Yeah, we have 7 pregnant ladies at the gym so far, Like,
yeah. Maybe there's other ones. Anybody else want to have a baby?
Yeah.
Now's a good time.
So looking forward to adding those specialty classes in, adding those pieces of equipment later into the year. Also, like our class size, as we add equipment, we want to bring the class size up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Right now it's set for 12 people. As our classes grow, we'll probably extend that to 15 people, but won't push it beyond 15 people, because anything more than 15 people,
then you need 2 coaches.
We don't need 2 coaches. We won't be doing that. We'll just be capping classes at 15 people.
But that's what I mean. Like, we want to be able to give people the amount of coaching that they're getting.
Yeah, exactly. So anything more than 15, then it takes away the personalization and the ability for a coach to help each athlete on the floor.
Right.
So 15. So eventually class sizes will start to get slightly bigger. And then after that, it will be adding more group classes throughout the week. There's some time slots that we have in mind that we would like to add for people. So a lot of fun stuff coming for CrossFit Max in 2024. I do want to add
the sooner we can buy new stuff.
Exactly. I do want to add, though, that a lot of growing the business is going to be reinvesting back into it.
Right.
So like Susie said, the more members we have, the more revenue that comes into the gym, and the more we can invest back into it.
Yeah, and I feel like our members feel that we are doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
We're always trying to grow different things in the gym. There's been a lot of
We're never satisfied. We're always hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's some things that I definitely want to add in 2024 that I think will improve the quality of your training, the listeners' training, the members' training.
Yeah.
Will improve the coaching side of things as well, and will also be fun for me to improve on the programming side of things.
Yeah. The
more equipment and the more fun things the more tools we have, the more things we can work with.
More creative we could be.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we'll end it there. I wanted to do something special for Client of the Week to start 2024. So you give me a little pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. And I want to shout out each and every one of you listeners of the podcast instead of naming one particular person going into 2024, I just want to show great appreciation to all of you guys who listen, because without each of you guys, we would not be able to grow the gym.
We don't have a job.
We wouldn't be able to have a job. We wouldn't be able to have the amazing connections that we've built over this last year, and the amazing connections of the new people we're going to be able to build with in 2024.
None of this is possible without the community members.
And we say it all the time. We appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we mean that from the bottom of our heart. So thank you for doing such an awesome job and trusting us in the process of 2023. We are super stoked for 2024, and we're excited for each and every one of you guys to take your health and your fitness to either a new level or to continue the amazing work that you have done so far.
Yeah. And on that note, if you want to talk to us about your goals and stuff, like, we love to participate in those processes with you. We want to know, like, what is your goal? What are you working towards? How can I help you get there?
Absolutely. Yeah. Don't be shy to reach out to us. You can book like a 30-minute consult with one of our coaches here. We can sit down and try to help you get set specifically for 2024. So
love it.
Thank you guys so much. We hope you
Love you
have
guys.
an amazing rest of your day. Let's crush 2024.
Happy New Year.
And we'll catch you guys in the next episode. See ya.
Bye.